to the NFR Pre-Pre-Pre-Show with Dale Brisby, brought to you by Rock Roll Denim. We have in the house Shad Money Mayfield. Back again.
Thanks for having me. Here we are, 6 years now.
We lead up to the NFR with this pre-show, and you have been here pretty consistently. How many NFRs you made?
This is my 6th NFR, back to back. Getting old.
Dang. I feel like it was yesterday when they were talking about you being 19.
I felt like a long time ago.
How old are you?
24. 24, I feel 50 most mornings.
We're going to start off with some questions from the audience. And don't know who in the audience, but
It's a big audience.
What made you pick calf roping instead of a cool event like bull riding?
I did do bull riding, as most may know, but
Yeah.
it was too easy.
Okay, yeah.
It was too easy, and through my life, I like to take on challenges and tough events. So,
I understand.
once the bull riding it just got too easy, I said, I got to try something else, and then I tried a couple other things, and calf roping seemed to be the hardest, so that's what I stuck with.
I understand. And it does look very hard. I've tried to tie down some calves before. It was not very successful.
Yeah.
So I stuck to bull riding.
Yeah,
I'll stick to bull
it's way
riding.
easier.
You stick to calf roping.
For sure.
6 in a row. Dang. What is different about this year?
I feel like I have more experience coming into this NFR. I feel like, coming off 6 NFRs right back to back, you're going to figure some other things out and learn some new things about yourself. So, I mean, nothing besides my experience is the only thing I could see coming into this NFR that would be different, and how I approach this NFR and stuff, just learning off past NFRs.
Yeah. How was your year different than others, or was it?
I had a big year. This year. This is one of my best seasons I've ever had. A lot of it was because I had a really good horse. She won Horse of the Year. She's phenomenal, and she for sure changed my game this year, and we won a lot with each other. Broke the single season earnings record on her, so this was definitely the biggest season I've ever had, and I'll remember this season for a long time.
What's her name?
Lollipop.
How's she do in the small arenas? Like
She loves them.
Thomas and Mack.
Yeah, I rode her at Thomas and Mack last year, and she was amazing.
Yeah.
She won Horse of the Year because she's good at every type of setup.
Really?
Big arenas, small arenas. I won Fort Worth on her, and then I won Cheyenne on her. So that shows different type of setup. She's really good at it.
How old is she?
14.
She yours?
Yeah, she's mine.
Nice.
That's my baby. That's my girlfriend.
That's 14. I don't know the oldest horse that's ever competed at the NFR, but I know, I interviewed right here on the NFR pre-show, Levi Lord, and his was 24 at the time. I'm sure there's been a couple maybe.
My rookie year, the horse I rode was 21.
Was he?
Yeah.
So that makes you excited that hopefully Lollipop has a few more years, right?
Yeah, I think the older horses are better, especially there in Thomas and Mack. With as loud as it is and as much going on, I feel like you want an old horse that's been in that, atmosphere and knows what's going on and just going to do their job. That way you don't have to go in there with no confidence in your horse, worried about what your horse is going to do. If you're on an older horse, you have confidence in that horse.
How much are you going to practice on her being a seasoned veteran?
Yeah, so I'll rope on her every day. So just to keep her tuned up and in the rhythm of roping, I'll rope on her every day. Not necessarily just go rope calves and try to tie them in 6 or 7 like I'm at a rodeo, but I'll breakaway calves and maybe tie 1 or 2 calves a day down on her, just mostly for ourselves, so we really get with each other, really have confidence in each other, and really trust each other going in there. Not that I don't trust her, but, you just want to get out there and make some runs just for yourself. So starting like a week out before the NFR, that's when I'll just go straight to roping on her every day. Here coming out past couple of weeks, we've been just keeping her legged up, just riding her. Haven't roped on her at all, but just getting her in shape. That way she doesn't have any injuries or anything.
This is just a question I have out of curiosity, but how many do you score when you're, like, especially on a seasoned horse like that? Like, how many are you, if you were going to rope in one day, how many are you going to rope total, and then how many are you going to score?
I'll score a bunch, So I'll break away probably 4 calves, tie 2 calves down, and score 10 to 20 calves. I score
Really?
a bunch because that.
You tied down how many?
2 on her.
Out of 20?
No, I'll score 10 or 20 calves, and then I'll break away, rope 4 calves, and then I'll tie like 2 calves down.
But so that's out of 26.
Out of probably, yeah.
You're gonna score 20. That seems like a lot of scoring.
Yeah, but it is. I mean, the box is like the starting gate,
For sure.
a racehorse or something. So you want their anticipation to be low. Like a lot of horses, especially in Thomas and Mack, it's so fast. So when you hear the gate, a horse will move off the gate. But that's how you break the barrier. So we'll score a bunch, a whole lot of different ways to get her. That when that gate opens, she's gonna stand there flat still until I drop my hand, and that's when I know she's ready.
But at 14, she knows. She's smart enough to know.
She does.
With this crowd, if there's a crowd in the stands, if the music is playing and the announcer's talking, and, you got Joe Beaver standing next to her talking you up, she understands, like, we ain't scoring this one, right?
Yeah, no, she knows we're not scoring. Because, like, when I drop my hand, regardless, she's going to go. But it's just to get her not to go before I drop my hand. Like, I don't want her to move or anything, make me late or anything like that. Because in Thomas Mack, like I said, it's so fast. But even when I get to Vegas, I take calves out with me and have a place to practice. And every morning I go out there and break away a couple calves and score just to make sure she's on her A game every night.
But you don't tie any down?
I don't tie any down on her out there. I just break away on her when I get out there.
So just like a breakaway Honda?
Yeah, it's mostly just to keep her freed up. Because Thomas and Mack is short, and you rope calves fast for 10 nights, So a horse, they'll start figuring it out, like kind of start getting tight. And getting tight means like taking your throw away, not running all the way through your throw, all the way through the calf. So mostly, I'll go out there and breakaway and just literally just track a calf all the way to the back end just to keep her running through your throw, keep her running all the way to the calf.
Yeah. You don't want her to just be stopping way too early.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
Oof. Especially a high-power horse like that, their stops are probably a whole lot better than Buckethead, for instance, my grade gelding with a huge head. And so he could make I could see myself flying over the front if I wasn't ready for her to stop.
Yeah, Lollipop's the type that if she stopped without you ready, you're going to go over the front.
Or look like you just came from town.
Somebody's done it. The kid I bought her from, before I got her, she did that at Houston. She stopped before he threw his rope, and he went
Dang.
right over her head. So that's what I'm doing, preparing so that doesn't happen in front of Thomas and Mack crowd.
Can you think of a specific lesson that's different and new in your 6th NFR that you've learned since your first one?
Man, there's a lot of different things.
Like maybe a core fundamental that's came out of those 6 years.
A lot of it used to be, I remember back my first NFR or first 3, I used to just practice and rope, thinking it was all about roping, but it's more than that now. I mean, I don't practice near as much as I used to because I'm more taking care of my body, more taking care of my mental, trying to eat right. I think that's what I didn't know, when I first came up, is your body is your everything. My body's got to be feeling right to be able to perform right. And then I used to think I just need to practice and rope, and that's all that mattered. But more now, I feel like taking care of my body and making sure my body's in the best shape and form to be out there competing is the best. Like last week, I went to Mexico to do like a full detox on my body and to make sure my body's feeling right, get the right vitamins and stuff so I don't get sick out there, and keep me most flexible and loose while I'm out there. Because if my body feels good, then that beats anything.
So that's not something that was at the forefront of your mind in year 1.
No, for sure not. You're that kid that just eats whatever, does whatever,
and
I'm not thinking your body's important.
I think you and I both agree you're not old right now.
Yeah.
But at 18, nothing can make you feel down. It's almost just
exactly.
like, I mean, you can have the worst diet, gas station, McDonald's food, and you're just still bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, exactly.
Not so much when you're 24, but you're going to, man, hopefully, well, Here's to 6 more with you and Lollipop. I
For
bet she's
sure.
got 6 more in her.
For sure, she does. Maybe more than that. We'll see.
Yeah. Do you have a horse from? I do some horse trading with Ryan Wakefield. Stewart horses, 4-5 on their shoulders.
Rampage.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Rampage is the horse that I won the world on. He come from that ranch.
Really?
Yep.
I've got a couple
He's a good
horses.
horse. I got him. He's my backup out there.
Is he?
Yeah, he's super cool. Broke horses.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
good horses.
Yeah, probably. He's young right now. He'll be better than Buckethead, but Birdman is what I call him.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's on his way up. But I'd heard that, but I had never asked you.
No, he come from that ranch. I've had that horse since 2020. He's won place in Horse of the Year a couple times, and I won the world on that horse the year I did win the world. It was on him.
Ryan's made a lot of good horses. I know he doctors a lot of yearlings in
That's
the
what
wheat
helps
field.
you. Nowadays these horses ain't getting that kind of treatment that he's giving it to them out there. Really riding them and letting them see all that other stuff. So the roping arena, that ain't nothing to him.
Yeah, I've heard people say that. Like, I used to work for a NFR team roper. His name was Kermit Moss.
Yeah.
And he would talk about like horses kind of needing to, and we would day work, and then he'd go to roping on them, but just letting them kind of see the world a little bit before they were just confined to an arena 24/7.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather have a ranch horse started, in the calf roping than just go get like a cutter or a reiner.
Mm-hmm.
Because the ranch horse has seen way more. It's been outside, knows more than, a reiner or a cutter that's kind of been in the arena their whole life. They're just not exposed to much. I feel like they're going to take a little longer.
Yes, sir. Cool. Well, I'm happy for you. It's fun to see you every year at the NFR Pre-Pre-Show for Rock and Roll Denim. What are your jeans of choice from them?
Vintage 46. That's
There you
the
go.
ones I love. That's the dark wash. That's pretty
You like
much
the double barrels?
The double barrels. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Double
Red
barrels,
labels.
Vintage 46 double. Yeah.
Yeah.
Red labels or the orange label. I like
Oh, the
them.
boot cut.
Yeah, the boot cut. I like them
Yeah.
too. Depends what boots you got on that day.
I shotgun mine, so the boot cuts are perfect.
Yeah.
But when I'm in my Jordans, I like the double
For
barrels.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's just in case you need to ride a bull in the evening, but maybe shoot some hoops in the morning.
They're good for both.
They're good for both.
That's right.
All right, Shad, we're on to the next one just like you are. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Dale.
Pow, pow.